tout s'écroulait. Il y avait seulement des personnes qui faisaient des va-et-vient encore et encore, et qui couraient dans tous les sens. On avait comme l'impression que tout le monde perdait son chemin. On ne savait pas s'il fallait monter et s'il fallait descendre. C'était ça un peu la situation. J'ai vu deux policiers devant la faculté de médecine et puis j'ai demandé à ces deux policiers, s'il te plaît, aide-moi. J'ai deux amis qui sont coincés dans une maison à la route de la Réunion, s'il te plaît, aide-moi. Et le policier m'a dit que tout le monde a des problèmes, que c'est pas difficile d'aider une personne en particulier, donc il faut attendre.
Looking through the windows and trying to see, really didn't have the sense of the situation. And then we landed here in Port-au-Prince.
Now to move the big balcony pieces, what is the next action that has to happen?
Everything was in disarray. Everything was still very confusing. Many of the colleagues who spent hours and hours under the rubble and who had just been rescued from the debris of many of these buildings were there. There was a lot of crying, a lot of tears, a lot of hugs, a lot of emotions, and the uncertainty of the names of the ones who had not been identified yet or rescued. Every hour, names of people that had been identified. And so it was a shock every time. It was really very emotional.
On s'est effondré. Je pense que j'ai passé environ 1 heure de temps ou 2 heures de temps inconsciente. C'est une de mes amies qui criait très fort. Sur ce, je suis sursautée et voilà, j'étais coincée, je ne pouvais pas me mouvoir. C'était noir, la poussière rentrait dans ma gorge, c'était difficile de respirer. Il y avait une de mes amies qui était tombée assise. On était très proches, environ 2 à 3 cm nos visages. Elle pleurait. Elle m'a dit qu'elle peut prendre son téléphone pour appeler. J'ai dit vite, prends ton téléphone et appelle quelqu'un. Elle a pris le téléphone, mais ça ne pouvait pas passer.
Some people started to duck under the desk. I moved towards the exit, but then was shaking so hard that I fell on the ground together with other people. And we just waited it to end. And it seemed was like the longest time ever. It shook and shook and shook, and some people were praying, some people were screaming, and I think I was just saying, stop it, something like this.
A policeman came to look for Sophie. Probably through the rubble they were able to find sort of a corridor. And because they knew that she was, pregnant and it was going to be difficult for her to go through the ladder, someone came and helped her out of the rubble. She was the only one that got out of the building walking. The rest of us got down through the ladder.
The Haitian boys found the body of Zenzi, the second girl, and pulled her out, and they brought her to the ladder and walked her across, and I took her from the ladder. They had already carried Emmanuel out at that point, and he was lying in the grounds of the Caribe face down, covered in dust, and as they handed me Zenzi, I carried her to Emmanuel, and then I went and found a champagne bucket, because the hotel had, everything had fallen. The bar, which was right in the front, everything had. So I found a champagne bucket and filled it with water and found a cloth. And I turned Emmanuel around and watched him. And then I watched Zenzi, and I placed Zenzi next to Emmanuel with Emmanuel holding her. And it was they were together.